Hey, welcome. Now, if all these fields are not valid, then we want to show all these errors. But also, what we want to do is, if all these fields are not valid, we also want to display something known as SnackBar. Okay. Now, to do this, we have to create a new file for this. And the reason we are creating a new file is because we want to be able to reuse it within our app. Okay. Now, to do this, within the lib directory, it wants us to create a folder for this, which is called utils. And within the utils folder, we can then create a new file and we can call this file show underscore snack and bar, then dot. Great. Control B to make this wide. And the next step is to create a function and we can call this function show snack bar. And within the function, it's going to take in two properties. One is known as context, and the second is going to be the message we want to show that user. And since we're going to be making this dynamic, we can then pass in title. And also we can specify it's going to be a type of string, but most of the time you do not really need to specify the type of variable whenever you create a variable. We can also get rid of this and it's still going to work as expected, but we can just specify the type. It is a type of string because we are basically expecting a test. Okay. And to display or to show snack bar, what we have to do now is to call the scaffold messenger and dot off context and dot snack dot show no yeah the show snack bar. This is gonna mess up with this. So what we can do is we can rename this function to something else. Sorry, we can rename this function to something else because you can see this is a widget in Flutter, or we have that as a property in Flutter already. So in order to make it not collide with this, we can rename this to show snack. Okay, and it is expecting a widget now known as snack bar, and you can see it's asking for the content and test, and now we can pass in the title. So whenever we call the show snack, we then have to pass in the value to that title. Use Ctrl S to save, and back to the register screen. Back to the register screen. If all these fields are, if all this, if the form is not valid, then we want to return the show snack. And you can see it automatically passed the contest, and also the title is gonna be okay. What we can then do is we can store this now in a, or what we can just do over here. What we have over here is bad guy, you're wrong. And what we're basically trying to say is your fields must not be empty, right? So what we can do for now, okay, for now, in the future, we should be able to advance this. But for now, we can just return the snack, sorry, show snack, and it's asking for the contest. And for the title, this is gonna be these fields must not be empty. Okay, and what we can easily do is you can see over here we have this underline, and the reason for this underline is trying to say we should update our stateless widget to a stateful widget because some things are going to be changing. You can see over here, we did not assign any variable, any value to it at this point. So basically in the future, this variable is going to get updated. So that is what it's trying to say, that we have added something which is going to change in the future. And in order to have that, we have to use a stateful widget because a stateless widget cannot accommodate changes easily. So we have to use this stateful widget. And now that contest error is going to go off. You can see we then have access to this contest error. We then have access to the contest, sorry, I mean. And click on this now. And you can see, please, fields must not be empty. And also let's see if we can style that show snack bar. Okay, I think over here, let's see. Okay, it has a property known as background color, and we can set this to colors dot yellow, and we can give some shade of 700. Okay, Control F, save, and okay, okay, seems cool. Seems cool. And sorry, 800. Sorry, 900. And okay, okay. Please, fields must not be empty. And lastly, we can give this style and text style, font size of, or we can just give it font width, and dot board. Great. And also, what we can do is within the register screen, within the register screen, if the form is valid and after creating the user, we also want to return a show snack, sorry, and this is gonna say corn congratulations, okay, and account has been created for you, for you. And I do not really need to try this out because definitely it's going to work as expected. So immediately a user is created, we want to show a snack bar to the user which says congratulations, an account, an account, an account has been created. We can just use the letter for created for you. Congratulations, an account has been created for you. Seems good. And like I said, I really do not need to try this out, but you can just try it out. And if we do it together and I found an error, we can then correct that. But for now, I think it's going to work as expected. Okay, guys, see you in the next lecture.